Our task today is how to give a reattempt to a student for an online test and quiz. First, we will go to the assessment test section. After going to the assessment test, we will navigate to the evaluate page of the student for whom we need to add a reattempt. For example, currently, we have 2 students, out of which Virpal has attempted the test. When we go to this student's view page, we can see that in his first attempt, he has scored 18 points. To reattempt, we have 2 options. One is in the assessment tests view page where the list of quizzes is displayed, and there is a button labeled Reattempts/Manual Marks/Students List, and the same button is shown when we go to the student's evaluate page. There, the list of quizzes assigned to the student will also display the button. When we click on this button, a list of all students who have attempted this assessment test will appear. Here, we can add manual marks for the particular quiz to the students. If we need to enable the retest for a student, we will click on Add Retest. After clicking, a form will be displayed with 2 fields. The first field is Select Retest Marks. For example, if the student's marks in the retest are less than their previous attempt, we have 2 options. Either we choose the highest marks out of the 2 attempts if we want the student to get the best score, or we choose the latest marks. Now, we will select Latest Marks. After that, the maximum weightage will be displayed for the student who is retaking the test, indicating the maximum points they can earn. We will enable the Calculate from Percentage option here. We have an option to add a retest and calculate from percentage. If we enable this option, the formula used to calculate the student's marks will be a bit different, as you can see in this screenshot. First, we'll find the percentage. After the student attempts the retest, we will calculate their percentage according to the total marks. Then we'll find out the student's maximum marks. We'll add whatever weightage we have here. For example, if we add 80, we'll find out the average according to the total marks. If our calculated percentage is greater than the retest weightage, for example, if our calculated percentage comes to 90 and our max weightage is 80, we will add the max marks to the student's marks. For instance, if our calculated percentage is 90, and our retest weightage is 80, and the student gets 40 marks, we will add the maximum marks to the student's marks. And if our percentage is less than the retest weightage, whatever marks we have for the retest, we will add those to the student's marks, meaning the points the student has scored in real time will be added to the student's marks. If we don't enable this option, as you can see here, the formula is student marks equal to retest weightage divided by 100 multiplied by student retest marks. The retest weightage that we add here and the student's retest marks are based on their performance in the test. So, depending on whether we enable or disable this calculate from percentage option, there are 2 different formulas we can choose from according to our needs. Remove previous answers means that as soon as the reattempt is processed, the student's answers from the previous quiz attempt will automatically be removed and not shown to the student during the reattempt. If we do not enable this option, the student will see their previous answers in the test. So, now we save these settings. After saving, we can see that the reattempt has been added for the student and is currently in a pending state. Once the student attempts, it will be completed, and the marks will be calculated according to the weightage and shown here. Now, let's go to the student side. After the student logs in, our test will be shown in the Open Assignments and Exams section. When we click on Start, the student's attempt will be shown, and they can start the test. As we have added an attempt, after the reattempt is made, the test will start for the student. We haven't enabled Remove Previous Answers, so they will see their previous answers in the test. In case we don't want to show the student their previous answers, we will enable this option. For example, now we will change the answers. The student initially scored 18 points. Now, we will submit the new answers. After submitting, we go to the student's evaluation page. Now, we can see that the student's marks have increased from 18 to 22, meaning they scored higher in the reattempt compared to the previous attempt. We can view and check the student's test answers, both wrong and correct. This will also show how many attempts the student has made. When we go back, we will see the reattempt list marked as completed, and the current marks of the student's latest attempt will also be displayed. This is how we can enable reattempts for students, allowing them to retake tests.